Cardinals 8 picks through bracket play, leading all of the bracket in the best lockdown defense we've seen. Man in motion for Metro Select. The Saints on first down get a completion shy of the first down marker, but great movement by Daniel Berry. That is a huge gain on first down.
We've really seen the use of motions even more. You see him come across, and it just opens up that lane for Daniel Berry to get the ball underneath. Gives you that leverage battle with the defender. Great play call, and Daniel Berry is just an athlete. We'll be seeing more of him.
That was man-to-man on Daniel Berry. I don't know how good of an idea that is. That's one of the most explosive players in this tournament.
So 2nd down and 2. You can pick up the first down past midfield. Chance to take a couple of shots here?
Absolutely. I mean, look, this is a great opportunity for him here.
Looking for Berry again. Fry has to pull back. Just avoided the sack and then gets it off, and it is caught by Brazil just above the turf in the first down.
You see Kane Collins there. Plenty of time to get to the quarterback, but wasn't able to pull the flag.
Yusef Pai is the head coach for this Metro Select team representing the Saints. Those are these players.
Red 3. Yep, get there, Z.
Representing Louisville High School, the Fighting Farmers in Louisville, Texas.
Taking their time here, Phoebe.
They are. I mean, they're not rushing, and sometimes that's helping to get the players calm and collected on this big stage.
We saw some nerves yesterday, Teddy. Trying to avoid those today. Throw back to Brazil, and he is down at the 16-yard line. How did you deal with nerves in big games?
Never had any.
Simple as that.
Stone cold.
No, it's these kids here. But you're talking about the turf right here and the Metro Select. They've played in so many big games. We talked to their coaches last night. We asked them, are they going to be nervous? This is just one play at a time sort of mentality. Great job by the coaches here to get their kids ready.
Fake the toss on the orbit. It's incomplete. They actually faced off in the national tournament in Orlando last year. Metro Select won that game by 1. 3rd down now, and this is 3rd and goal. This is the last opportunity. 3rd down, essentially, in traditional football is 4th down once you cross midfield.
This is going to be a really big play for them. They're going to want to try and score. In flag football, it's all about, you're almost expecting to score on every single drive.
We've got all the plays on the wristband.
And you see how they're playing accordingly, almost 4 across, down on the goal line right there because they know they have to go for it there.
Fry lets it go, heaves to the back of the end zone. A fantastic effort, but incomplete.
You talk about situational football and also in flag here. I mean, you've got a 3rd and long situation. You know they've got to take an end zone shot. All 4 defenders back there on the goal line. You know the ball's coming.
So we see the Tucson Turf on offense for the first time. Jake Rogers is the quarterback. Great visit for the 16-year-old out of Gilbert, Arizona yesterday. C.J. Stroud, his favorite player, and he delivers on time on first down.
Nice play design. You'll see a lot in flag football, the use of different formations, especially bunches. You tend to try and kind of mess up a defense there in terms of their assignments. Are they first out, second out? So it's a great way to force a defense to show themselves.
Yeah, technically blocking and picking is not allowed. We got a shot here.
It is incomplete, a little too strong. Tubby Bourget
Get there.
runs Tucson Turf. He and his wife played flag football in college. He has a passion for it.
Toby's got a great football mind. I mean, I met him back in Tucson, Arizona years ago for Lance Briggs' football camp, and this guy lives and breathes football.
We asked him about his playbook. Where does he get the plays? He said, you know what? We borrow from teams that run great plays that are hard to defend. So the Hawaii team beat us. We've got Aloha. The Miami team beat us. We've got a play called Miami.
And what's the NFL? The NFL is a copycat league. That's what we call it. And if you see something that works, make your own version of it. There.
Brazil with the sack. Huge play by Brazil, who is a wrecking ball in the middle of that Saints defense.
Yeah, Brazil, we've talked about him over and over again, how much skill he has as an offensive player, but a defensive rusher here. Not the biggest player, but the speed. You need speed, quickness, core strength to keep your body up and able to grab that flag right off the hip. He's done it over and over again.
So after that sack, they elect to punt it away, and Metro Select takes over at its own 5 after the punt. No need to put a foot on the ball here. Daniel Berry with the catch on first down. Gain of 10 again. Fry 4 of 6 through the air so far. Second possession for Metro Select representing the Saints. Wow, that's beautiful, and it'll set them up just shy of the midfield first down.
And you see, and how important efficiency is here. How we talked about it in the last game, Phoebe. 7 yards here, 7 yards here. The ability to just move the football down the field.
Absolutely, and they'll be more than happy with this field position here. Third down, you've got a fourth option if you don't get it, so you could take a shot, then 3 to get in the end zone. This is exactly what they would want.
That was Audric Williams on the catch a moment ago. Fry heaves to the post route, incomplete. And they'll leave the offense on the field looking at a 4th and 1.
The Saints will play.
You're probably wanting to look at some sort of hitches or mesh, kind of crossing routes along the front of the end zone. You're all in front of the midline, plus the defense. Are they going to want to play up tight, or are you going to want to be off and allow them to get those 1-2 yards and force them to go long from the midway point?
Both teams had empty possessions to start this game. Fry goes under center. Quick release for the first down. That's Landon Brazil with the catch.
Is it a block right there? I know we're in flag football, but once in a while, bodies can run into each other.
Yeah, absolutely. And in flag football, we have something called right of way. When you're an offensive player, you have the right of way to run your route. Now that changes. If a defender has their feet planted, that is called right of place. Think more like the charging rule in basketball.
Block charge, and that one went uncalled, and the result is a first down. Eli Fry chatting with the near side receiver. That's Barry. Fry on the run, able to connect. It's Audric Williams with his second catch of the game. 5 minutes and rolling. It's a continuous clock. It doesn't even stop after change of possession. Each team has 3 timeouts if they want them.
And you see each team, I mean, the tempo is just making sure you're on the same page, get a good down, get positive yardage. You got 2 downs here to get in the end zone for the Saints.
Fry with the throwback. And Brazil gets taken down, and they've got a flag, and that'll be a holding call.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, everyone's got their jerseys tucked in. It's all about grabbing. If you do grab a shirt, you got to release immediately. It becomes subjective at that point to the officials, but you have to be able to give back.
No discussion there, I think, but all of these defensive penalties are automatic first downs.
Holding, defense. That's 5 yards from the spot of foul and an automatic first down.
And you can see on the replay that the tug on the jersey came before the flag was pulled.
And I think that's what they were discussing probably. Was it the belt? Was it the jersey? And that's what, because automatic first down now from the 5-yard line, Phoebe, that's advantageous.
That is, and that's a gift really, but that's also part of what the dip brings to you, right? When you do that dip, when you lower the height of your hips, the angle of you as a defender, you have to change your eye line. You have to change where your hand is grabbing. So it becomes its own advantageous move.
So 1st and goal for Metro Select. They turned it over on downs after picking up a first down on their first possession. Fry with the handoff. Here's Daniel Barry, and he is in for the touchdown.
Sometimes you just give it to your best player, your most explosive player, and let him run for it right there, Tom. Exactly what happened. Watch him throw his hips right there, Phoebe. Throw your hips across the goal line like that.
It's beautiful. Hey, that's the move and flag. You got to get those spins, those quarter kind of flicks, the dips. All of it is what makes this game so explosive and exciting to watch. And Daniel Barry is an absolute athlete at it.
So going for 1 from the 5, and they get it. Touchdown run by Barry made possible because the ball was just outside the no-run zone. Second semifinal, boys 15 and under, and the Turf want to run it, and Brazil gets them behind the line of scrimmage and all the way back at the 1.
What a huge play. Trying to throw him off with a little bit misdirection, handing the ball off. Brazil, so instinctive and quick. Right there, you don't get him fooled. Man, quick hands on the flag. Huge play.
Wow.
Now Turf will go under center on 2nd and mid, and they get the quick hitter. But by running the ball, Phoebe, an opportunity for him to come unabated. They don't have to worry about being lined up 7 yards back.
Absolutely correct on that one, and they didn't even cross the line of scrimmage on that one. Plus, on this under center, you're now just hoping that you get some space and back your kick away from that end zone because a safety could have been imminent.
Now they'll go back to the shotgun. Brazil has two cousins playing football at the University of Tennessee. That one incomplete, so he comes from a very talented family.
This guy's like Micah Parsons coming off the edge. I'm telling you, Tom, I mean, he is a headache. So now you get in the quarterback's head. He's coming at you. He's not the tallest, still puts his left arm up, does so many disruptive things. He may be one of my top 5, Pat. Put him up there with T.J. Watt. Put him up there with Myles Garrett. Micah Parsons. Love the kid.
Well, another tackle behind the line of scrimmage leads to a punt where the Turf representing the Cardinals. And so that'll put Metro Select at its 5. Daniel Berry on the catch on the sideline and a pickup of 10 ahead of schedule, grabbing 10 yards at a time to start each and every drive.
Absolutely. I mean, that is just perfect what they want to be doing. And just to go back to Brazil before, I mean, your rusher is probably your most important player on defense. So when you've got someone like him, it will change the game for you.
Metro Select trying to score on consecutive possessions and missed timing on the route by Berry.
So you got a 3rd and mid now with the clock running, and you start to think situationally on both sides of the ball. Do you take your time now getting up to the line of scrimmage if you're Metro Select, just so they have less time, Tucson Turf, to come back?
And a reminder that all 3 timeouts carry over into the second half.
Smart. Smart. You see them taking their time, letting this clock tick down.
Fry with the rollout, the throw to midfield, and he's free. And a first down. The clock is rolling. Metro Select may think about a timeout here, getting to score.
Now you get going here. Just up your tempo because you know you got 15, 16 yards to the end zone. Let's get this going.
Audric Williams on that catch. Fry lobs end zone. Incomplete to Berry. Timeout used here. 10 seconds left. A 2-score lead is a huge advantage with this running clock.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think they're going to be really having to get a specific game plan here. You're estimating you might get one play out, and they don't want to call into the
Get them to the corners again.
Hey, what about doing this? Yeah. So, no. Okay.
Hey, you still going to the corners? Yes.
Maybe. Hey, they might think, hold on, let me do this. Let's do this. No. Okay. They'll think Daniel's going to run it, right? Is he going to, Audric, work, like, go that way and then call it hard to the back corner. And then the front corner. Oh, okay. You're going here, but then you run it.
45.
Give it to Daniel. You can run it. I'll call a timeout if you have to.
Derek Fry is the assistant coach, and he's the reigning flag football coach of the year.
And maybe a fake handoff to Berry, like they said, how they may think Daniel Berry is going to run it, but then pulling it out of the belly and then hitting someone on a corner route to the end zone.
On Phoebe's point, you don't want to be down to 1 timeout in the second half. Cardinals will get the ball to start the second half. They do hand it off to Berry. Can throw, but he pump fakes and he'll dance his way down and reach for the goal line. He's in! Touchdown! Metro Select and Daniel Berry to end the half.
Wow.
Yeah, that's you saw the play. They were going for the corner of the end zone there, but Berry just says, I think I got this. And I'm sure Coach Bourget is thinking, did we get him down? No flag there. Flag. It's where the official saw the ball. The
Refs cam, and Berry extends it over the goal line.
Wow. Maybe not exactly how they drew it up, but you put the ball in your playmaker's hands and he makes something happen. That quarter flick just opened it up for him.
So point after here to take a 14-0 lead. Fry through the hands of his intended receiver, trying to get it to Zamar Pye. Tucson only ran 6 plays in the first half. The Turf come up empty in their defense, which has been locked down through bracket play, averaging less than 3 points a game. Allows 2 touchdowns in the first half. What a game so far from Daniel Berry. He's with Stormy Bonantoni.
Yeah, both touchdowns on the board so far. Compliments to this guy, Daniel Berry. But let's go into that last scoring play here. What was supposed to happen and what did you make happen?
Well, I was supposed to get a handoff and throw the ball, but I didn't see him open, so I just ran it in.
What allowed you to get through all of those guys surrounding you on the sideline?
Just how fast I am. I just ran through them and just put the ball out.
I know you told me as the defending MVP, the defending champions, you and this team felt a lot of pressure coming in here to defend that title. What'll it take in the second half to close this thing out and get back there?
We just got to keep going. Just keep going, get all the effort we got.
Thanks, Daniel.
Thank you.
So on the first play of the second half, they hit one down the sideline, and that'll set them up with 2nd and short, 5 yards from a first down.
Great builder for your quarterback and your offense. 2 more downs to get it across midfield. I'd say, shoot, this is almost a 3-down situation all the way to 4th down.
Jake Rogers is the quarterback for the Cardinals team. That is at midfield in a first down. Sean Roebuck with the grab. We've already got one finalist set coming your way on ABC this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern. The Lockdown Legends out of Tennessee. On 32 on the Loudon Legends earlier today. So the winner of this one gets locked down for a title.
Yeah, congrats to Lockdown for making it to the championship game. But I tell you, that's a slip. What's coming at him and the quickness that he has to implement to escape such an athlete like that, and his knee gets down there.
So 2nd and goal. Landon Brazil, 5'3", out of Shady Shores, Texas. He is a record. You got to start off from 7 yards beyond the line of scrimmage to rush unimpeded. That is a bullet. And a beautiful pass takes it down to the 17-yard line.
They're doing a nice job of attacking that right side of the field there, trying to sit between the corner and the safety quite often. That's probably the 3rd time they've thrown over there, so I think that's probably going to be their matchup they're looking for still.
Yeah, great job of throwing on timing there by Rogers. Then Brazil doesn't have a chance to get to him, but beautiful out route there.
Go, guys, go.
Absolutely.
Zarek Sidney had the catch a moment ago. He's their leading receiver with 3 grabs now and 4 targets. Jake the Snake Rogers fakes the handoff, throws the hips, and sends it to the end zone where it's intercepted, but he was down before the ball left his hand, and it's another sack for Brazil.
Over and over again. This kid here, man, talk what a tournament he has had. We're on ESPN. He's showing out offensively, especially defensively, just to disrupt the quarterback all tournament long.
That is his 3rd sack today.
I mean, that's huge, but look at where he grabs the flag. He's aiming for the top of the flag belt where it's connected. That's where it moves the least. So his vision, he's so locked in on that quarterback's hips that even if his body's going one way, his eyes and his arms are bringing him exactly where he needs to be.
It was a turnover on downs. Tucson's run 11 plays, and Brazil has 3 tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
I think now if you're Metro Select, you're thinking efficiency here. You're thinking about no turnovers, no penalties. Keep this clock moving.
That's right. Got to lead that clock. Eli Fry with the pass complete to Zamar Pye, and the center.
Yeah, Zamar Pye, one of the smallest players on the field there, but what's his dad say? We talked to him last night. Think big, play big. Right here. Tough tackle, so elusive.
Exactly, and he said it himself. Zamar was saying how actually being shorter is a benefit to him. Keep in mind, all these kids out here are 15 years old, so the different height, being able to lower your hips, that center of gravity, it means the defenders have to go even lower.
You see Audric Williams standing right there next to him, and just look at the level of the belt. The level of the belt where the flags are. That's what you're talking about, Phoebe. Absolutely.
That's 6'3" versus 5'1". Pass complete from Barry to Brazil.
And that's some situational awareness right there. I mean, Barry to Brazil, but Brazil knowing he just has to cross that midfield line, dips his hips, and just goes forward. Ball was ahead. You get a new set of downs.
Phoebe, it might be counterintuitive to viewers who are watching flag for the first time to see the ball carried almost loosely, but one of the things you're trying to avoid is flag guarding when you run traditionally.
Absolutely. So even if you look at your normal running stance, you cannot block somebody or flag guard somebody from pulling your flag. And a lot of times by holding the ball up and out, you can use the momentum to help kind of twist your hips. It really almost counterbalances you in those situations.
So now we're playing the game. They're waiting till that referee counts down when they have to snap the ball just so they can take that clock away.
It's a 25-second play clock, and the referee will announce in the final 10 seconds for the quarterback. 2nd and goal now from the 19-yard line.
Yeah, Coach Bourget has got to call his best stuff here defensively. Kane Collins is rusher, number 7's got to make some plays, disrupt the quarterback, maybe get a sack. How you conserve time also.
It's tricky when you go against a team like Metro Select. They've got athletes across the board playing both ways, multiple people who can play quarterback. So who do you deem is your most important when any one could step up and be that guy?
3.
Tom LeNave, the white hat, counting down.
There it is.
Here's Brazil. That'll set up 3rd down.
That's a great tackle there. Brazil, a very elusive kid, being able to pull that flag, get him in a 3rd down situation where you get the ball back if you get the stop right here.
Timeout, Cardinals. This will be a 30-second timeout.
All right. Let some time run off before deciding to use that timeout. It's already been a 2.5-minute drive.
Do not start throwing flags and being beefy. We just need a football play. They have 2 plays to get in the end zone.
One play, last play.
Oh, it's last play? Okay, stay back. Get a pick 6 right now. Kane, get us a sack. Make this man throw a bad ball. Let's go.
There you go, definitely calling out Kane, because one of his best defenders, he talked to us last night how special Kane Collins is in disrupting the passer, disrupting whole offenses. So this is a huge play right here. Championship game on the line, 6:28 left, running clock. Let's see if the Tucson Turf can make a play.
Kane Collins, number 7, a sophomore at South Point Catholic in Tucson. Shot to the end zone, batted down, and incomplete.
Exactly what you wanted there. No flags, no penalties. You get the ball back.
I mean, what a great job by the defenders to come in through there. Almost an interception as well.
Tucson uses a timeout here, trailing by 2 scores. Tucson trailing by 2 scores. That was a media timeout a moment ago, so they have 2 timeouts remaining. And Rogers connects with his wide receiver. And beautiful hip move and nice gain for Zarek Sidney. I wonder if he was watching Phoebe's demo, just absolutely balling on RG3, showing exactly how to use the hip.
You know, you got to keep people on their toes there. And Robert's a great athlete. I just had to test that.
Yeah, you're just better. That's fine. 1st down, catch and run.
Nice little catch by R.J. Gorey there, getting it across midfield. Critical possession here for the Turf. Get some momentum, get a score, turn it into a 1-score game.
Throw a late sub on the field. Clock rolling. 5.5 minutes of play in regulation. Right to him, and a strike for Kendron Bourget.
They're doing such a nice job. Look, we talk about that box defense, that 2-2. Because Metro keep running the same defense, they're finding a way just to get them in the windows every time above the corner and safety.
Brazil rushing, can't reach the ball carrier at the 3 on the run by Sean Roebuck. 3rd and goal.
So this is it. In the no-run zone here, Phoebe. Let's see what kind of pass concept they use.
Absolutely.
A must conversion for the Cardinals. And they got it on a strike to the front of the end zone, right back to Sean Roebuck.
Yeah, they sent someone deep on the outside here, but then just a drag just across the goal line where just enough where Rogers can place it well enough right before those defenders. Well played by Metro Select, but a good throw and a good catch, unstoppable play.
Illegal rush on the defense. That's half the distance to the goal.
Interesting. So you're going to watch here. You see Daniel Barry coming across and doing that intentionally.
They get the conversion coming off the penalty. And why do they want to do that?
So they want to do that because then you're bumping them up. It also gives them the possession back. Look at how much time is left. You've got under 4 minutes. So you're hurrying that along. Metro are thinking we're going to end up with this ball going all the way down the field.
Impeding the rusher, offense, on the center.
The try is no good. But Barry coming across the line
we reach right it down.
On the play prior is that, I mean, look at how much time has rolled off the clock already. Back-to-back penalties.
Absolutely. But it's all about the tactics within the game. But you're thinking at this point, because we're not able to stop the clock, now Metro are going to just keep the ball, slow it down this whole way down the field.
Well, we see impeding the rusher, which is a big part of trying to keep these no contact out of the game. What did you see?
Absolutely. I mean, look at the center. They've stopped London Brazel from being able to cross line of scrimmage on his direct path. So back-to-back penalties here. It's really wasting so much critical time that Tucson Turf needed.
So Metro Select takes over at its own 5-yard line. And Landon Brazel able to scramble. That'll set up 2nd and 8.
I think Coach Bourget is definitely thinking about when to use those timeouts. 2:30 left to go. You need a stop, though, because on 2nd and mid, they only need about 8 yards here to cross midfield.
Impeding, and there's not even a...
Brazel so fast he ran out of his shoe.
Hey, they can't catch you, D.
It's not surprising, is it?
No.
We'll have to double knot that thing. 2nd down and midfield to go. Turf needs a turnover. Barry bobbles it and tried to throw, but
I mean, he did well to keep the possession. His awareness, Daniel Barry, that is, on the ball is...
Is that the timeout?
But no fumble, so anytime there's a bobble, it's the ball is dead.
Exactly.
There's a difference between playing to win and playing not to lose. Come here. At this point, it's exactly what we want. The mindset is so off there because they're trying to be cautious. That's when bad things happen, right? They're going to try to double move us right here because they're thinking we're going to be over-aggressive. They're thinking we're going to be over-aggressive, just like in OT7 last month, right? Set the trap, pick it, let's go. Set the trap, pick it, let's go. Rolling this way. What do we got here? 22? What do we got, Steve?
Coach Bourget is talking about guarding against the double move, but I think that midline right there also, you can't let them pass it because this is 3rd and mid. They could get the ball right back if they stop them here. Oh, there's a decision to make, but definitely I think they would punt.
Fry lets it go, and it is it's complete, just shy of the line to gain.
Yeah, here's the decision now.
I think you have to go for it really on 4th down. Look at where you are. I mean, just a little quick shovel pass underneath. Again, we talk so much, treat this like you're at the front of the end zone. Hey, a quick dart out or across.
How much more can Barry show us this tournament, really?
Well, what
a catch right there on the ground. Great catch.
This is really the game right here. If they convert, they're able to run out the clock, essentially.
Absolutely. So as a defense, do you come up and you play it tight, or do you allow them to get the first down? Because you're also worrying, you know they can throw that ball deep, but I mean, you've got some serious talent out here.
And there's a situational aspect. You heard Tom Lenave say with the countdown 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then the timeout by Metro Select. Now here's your play to get to the championship game.
Yeah, 2 very experienced coaches here. We were talking about Daniel Barry a second ago. He is one of the finalists for the NFL Flag Players of the Year.
So please be aware of it. Thank you. Hey, all it takes is one finger on the ball. Get your finger on the ball. Kane, make this difficult. Hey, right here. Believe, boys. Believe. Let's go. Up.
The concern is the rub route.
Absolutely. You're looking for that little pick, or what we've seen a couple times, you get that motion coming across, shooting back out. Anything that creates that mismatch when you see they're in man right now.
Barry and Brazel are at the top of the screen, right up here together. Two of the best players in the tournament. We'll see if something happens up top.
This is a no-run zone. They cannot run it.
Timeout. Insane.
I'll take another timeout, but the final 5 yards before the midfield line and the final 5 yards before the end zone can only pass it.
What do you guys? Why? Can we not beat? Hey, we can. Okay, can't do a whip. Well, then Daniel will be open on that corner. No, just ready to say. No, just do this thing. What's that corner? Do blue six. Coach, go to center. You're right there. Yep. I want you to be X. I want you to be Z. Okay. Want to go under center.
I think Coach said Barry's going to be at center. Maybe
Indeed, that's the case.
Yeah, maybe they're giving him middle field to work here. That is a loss of down.
offense. That's a 5-yard penalty with a loss of down. That's now a turnover.
Wow. That's a big play.
You have the ability to move as a defender, is that correct?
Absolutely.
Just like that?
Just like you do in tackle football, but that just shows the pressure of this moment for these teams.
First and goal for Tucson, and a wobbler is caught at the 16-yard line.
All right, we've got a lot of excitement going on here, guys. 1 minute left. The championship game is on the line right here. Tucson Turf with the ball.
Remember, they only have one timeout remaining. The clock will continue to run.
Go money, go money, go money. Let's go.
I mean, they could tie it here with a touchdown and an extra point. You could be looking at a totally different situation.
And these kids have been working so hard for this moment all year long.
Jake Rogers is the quarterback. This Tucson team has trailed throughout. Aiming for a comeback win. Flag down. Shot to the end zone. Incomplete. One timeout left for Tucson.
On the offense. Number 2, 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. Loss of down.
Where is Brazil here? Here he comes here. It's another impeding the rusher. Somehow you get in the way of him there.
This is going to be the game. 3rd down with 12 seconds left.
I mean, I don't see the momentum being stopped. He had a full head of steam there, but
I warned you against that.
You have to, you still, even if you're trying to almost like swim move through him.
Okay, look. And Kendron, and who's going? Okay, look at me. It's this freaking rusher.
Yeah, listen up. Here, T.
T, let's go.
Hurry, T. What do you want to say, T?
What'd he say?
Motion Sean behind.
So here it is, 3rd and
game's
goal.
on the line. This is it, championship game. There he is, the frickin' rusher, right there. Brazil, and he gives you headaches.
Prevent defense.
This is what you want. You dream about it. Last play for the championship game for National Football Championship of NFL flag.
Rogers with the fake. Throws back across his body. It is caught. It is in! They say he stepped out at the 2-yard line. And Metro Select will advance to the championship game.
Oh, you gotta just die for it here. You just die for the kids for Tucson Turf, and congratulations to Metro Select. But what do you say? What do you do? I know we're talking youth sports, and I love it. I love everything about it, but goodness gracious, he looked inbounds. He's in there. Give me the other foot. No. You hate to. I'm sorry.
The Dreams dashed on a call that rolled out of bounds at the 2-yard line, and Metro Select.
Great game by both teams. What effort.